Hey everybody, it's Brooke with The Buttered Home. Welcome to Messy Kitchen Monday. We thank you so much for joining us tonight as we continue our month of barbecue favorites. Now, I said this last week and the week before, no doubt in my mind, when you go to a barbecue, you look forward to all the things. You look forward to the Boston butt or just even hot dogs and hamburgers. You also look forward to ribs and brisket and all those good things. And we actually did some barbecue shrimp at the beginning of the month that are also easy to get excited for. But tonight, just like last week, we're going to show you how to show up and show out. 9 times out of 10 here in the South, whenever you're invited to a barbecue, it's almost like a potluck. So everybody kind of tends to bring something. I know we had a crawfish boil here with just a couple of people over the weekend, and everybody brought something. So that's just kind of a tradition that whenever you show up, you also bring something to kind of go and help everything along with the barbecue. So what we're doing this month, while we shared that wonderful shrimp, we are also focusing on how you can show up to show off at a barbecue or the next gathering that you have this summer with some really great sides. Last week, oh wow, we blew it out of the water, and this week we're going to do the same thing too. Now, couple of notes about this recipe. This is a spicy macaroni salad. By all means, my full disclaimer all the time is we love to do just basic recipes. So if we have recipes like this, which may be a little hot for your liking, guess what? You can leave some of the ingredients out. You can leave the hot sauce out. You can leave the red pepper out. Things like that, and it turns out just as beautiful, and you have a creamy, cool dish that you can serve to people. But if you like things spicy and you like things just a little bit interesting, then this is the recipe for you. Now you start out with about 6 to 8 ounces of cooked elbow macaroni. Literally, that is all the cooking you're gonna do. So we are going to pop that into a large bowl. And now I've cooked this just till it's al dente, or it still has just a little bit of a chew to it. It's not crunchy, but it does have just a little bit of a bite to it, which turns out to be, for elbow macaroni, about 8-9 minutes. You can use rotini pasta if you want to, but there's just something about elbow macaroni. And if you've ever fixed macaroni and cheese, you know what I'm talking about. That little tunnel inside of that elbow macaroni just holds on and kind of soaks up some of the flavor of whatever your dressing is that you're putting in there, and it just creates a texture explosion in your mouth, and it's wonderful. So we recommend that if you make macaroni salad that you use elbow macaroni. But feel free to experiment, because that is the point of us here with you tonight, like every Monday night, is to get you cooking in the kitchen. So we have this, and we cooked it 8 or 9 minutes, and then we strained it in the sink and rinsed it with cool water. What that does is that immediately stops the cooking process. So that way you won't have starchy, stuck together, too bad macaroni. And the cool water kind of just keeps things the way they are, because if you just strain it and leave it to steam in the sink, then it's gonna cook just a little bit longer. So that splash of cool water just kind of stops that cooking process. A lot like whenever you blanch vegetables. You don't want them to cook, you just want to preserve them. So you always finish those with an ice bath, because you want that happen a little bit faster. So to the macaroni, we have some celery, and we have some beautiful red bell pepper. Green is fine, or yellow is fine. It's just having this red bell pepper in here really kind of brightens it up and makes it really pretty. The same with the red onion. If you're not crazy about red onion, substitute it with a sweet onion. This just gives it a little pop of flavor and color all at the same time. So we're gonna put those in with our macaroni off of our cutting board. And I didn't get a separate spoon, so we're just gonna mix those up with about a tablespoon of olive oil. And what this will do is this will kind of separate everything so it doesn't stick together. You know, eventually you kind of want it to stick together, but you don't want it to be in clumps. So the addition of the olive oil first will kind of help incorporate the vegetables in there and keep it all kind of loose, which is what we want ultimately. Now you're gonna set that aside. And to this, and I've got several different measurements, so I've got to put the old specs on. We have mayonnaise. Yes, I know, it's mayonnaise. Feel free to substitute mayonnaise with sour cream or with a fat-free Greek yogurt, and it will be almost as good, but not as good as if you make it with Duke's mayonnaise, which is what we've got here tonight. And if you're just joining us, never fear. This recipe will drop later in the week, and you can get all of the details with the measurements that have everything you need so that you can make this weekend. We're gonna have it with our supper tonight. Just like our salad last week, it only gets better like the coleslaw. It only gets better the longer it sits in the refrigerator. I recommend that you let it kind of meld together in the refrigerator for about an hour because it's better cold, and it's just has time to kind of the flavors all to permeate together. But if you're in a hurry and you're starving like I am, then it's not going to kill you not to wait either. But we do recommend that you let that dressing kind of sit on it and take care of things. So to the mayonnaise for the dressing, we are going to add 2 teaspoons of salt. And I have to look here because my memory is not what it used to be. Another little dose of olive oil. Do I have a question? I thought you raised your arm. I'm sorry. Paprika. And this will be the second time on Messy Kitchen Monday that I have almost set my family on fire because I was pouring the amount of smoked paprika in my hand that I would need, and it's the cayenne. So we'll back that off just a little bit. So we're gonna add cayenne pepper to this, which is not nearly as much as the smoked paprika. But in my defense, those are the 2 bottles, okay? In my defense. So now we're going to add in the smoked paprika, which is a considerable amount more than the cayenne. That would have been fantastic.
Ethan Kristen said Danny can take it.
Yes, Danny can take it. You're talking about the man who used to drink hot salsa on a dare. Of course, that could be why he has some issues now. So, to this, we are going to add some whole grain mustard, and it went everywhere. So, it's just one thing after another tonight. It's so much fun. Reagan, would you get me a paper towel? She just rolled her eyes at me asking for a paper towel.
I'm not. I'm rolling my eyes at your husband.
Oh, okay. Because I'm telling all of his secrets on Facebook TV.
Yes.
About his young and dumb days. Oh, full disclosure, kids, don't ever drink hot salsa. It's not a good idea. All right, to that we are going to add our lemon juice. And it's very important that the components like the lemon juice and the balsamic vinegar, that you really measure those out, because you don't want your dressing to be too thin. And those 2 things will thin it. So to that, we're going to add in a good hefty serving of balsamic vinegar. in just a little bit of hot sauce. And it just flew off the measuring spoon. So we got a little bit plus a little bit more hot sauce. And then we're just going to carefully mix this together. And it comes together pretty quick, and I forgot to add my pepper in, so I'm adding my pepper in. And oh, it smells so good. Now to that, we're going to add that to our macaroni and our vegetables. And then we're going to just kind of fold it in. And then you're left with this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful macaroni salad. And like I said, it will just get better inside of the refrigerator. But you have all those flavor components you have that you really don't taste the mayonnaise so much. And because you've got the vinegar and then you've got the lemon juice that really brightens things up. And then when you add the mustard and the spices, it really kind of just takes it away and makes it just something completely different. It almost reminds you of a side that you would get at a steakhouse because you've got these really deep savory flavors in there too. And it's just really, really, really good. And Reagan's fixing her some. So, but it is better the longer that it sits. So that is our take on a spicy macaroni salad. And trust me when I say this, this is a texture lover's dream because you have the soft, silky components of the pasta, and then you have the crunchy, fresh vegetables in there that really give it even more of a fresh flavor. Is it good, baby?
Amazing.
Well, the baby graduates this week, and we are getting to have a graduation of sorts. So we are extremely happy. So we ask that you all pray for her as she finishes this journey to start a new one in college this summer, no less. She's going to go ahead and start this summer. We're very proud of her there. So Reagan, we all love you. Everybody out in Buttered Home Watching Land loves you too, because they know how sweet you are sometimes.
Most of the time.
Tanner is a busy little bee, and she was not able to be with us again tonight. She was afraid that she was going to be disowned because she would not be here tonight, and I told her not to worry about that. She's been busy, and she's not used to working on Mondays. Monday is usually her day off, so she has kind of got to get back in the groove of things. And with her only working just a few days a week, they kind of really have to pack her book up, and we're just thankful, very thankful that her book has been full, and we hope it continues to be that way. We hope that you and yours are all well through all of this. We hope that you all are loving on one another from a distance, preferably with food delivered on a doorstep. And you're taking care of the people in your life that actually need it. We hope that we will all be back next week, because next week we have my favorite barbecue side. And yes, I know it's Memorial Day, so we will still be here. We don't know about the time yet. If anybody has any suggestions about what time you would like to see Messy Kitchen Monday on Memorial Day. Last year we did it earlier than normal, so that if you wanted to make what we were making, then you could. So if you have a suggestion, drop it in the comments and let us know when you would like to see us on Memorial Day for our last and final recipe for the month of May. And it is a good one. You don't want to miss it. If you do have to come back and watch it again, be sure that you hashtag replay and let us know that you've watched it after the fact, because it's fantastic. It's one you're definitely gonna want to have in your recipe box. So we're gonna call it a night. This beautiful salad is ready for us, and we have some pork chops in the oven, so we are about to eat supper later than we like to, and we're gonna let you get back to enjoying your night as well. And we hope you'll be here next week. And as always, from the buttered home to your home, we love y'all. Bye.